Hi, everyone. Welcome to Principles of Macroeconomics. My name is Dr. Bayanpur Tarani. I'm the instructor of the course. I am a full-time faculty here at Lone Star College Sci-Fair. I teach both microeconomics and macroeconomics, and I've been teaching here at Lone Star for 10 years now, over 10 years. Welcome. I'm excited to work with every single one of you. And the purpose of this video is to explain how you can navigate through D12 and also what you can expect basically in this class. I'm going to go over some of the policies in our class. Please let me know if you have any question, but I encourage every single one of you to read the syllabus before you do anything, because you can learn a lot about our class when you read the syllabus in more detail. So this is the 8-week class. So keep in mind that it is a little bit faster than our regular 16 weeks classes. The first day of our class is August 26th, and the last day of our class is October 16th. As you can see here in my announcement. So when you log into your D12 to our class, this is the very first thing that you see. So I will, of course, update this kind of announcement that I have here because I am doing the video. So I will also put the link here for you guys. But you can find the syllabus under the content tab. So if you go to the content and then click on syllabus, you should be able to download the syllabus, read it. Let me know if you have any question. The very first thing that I want you actually to do after reading the syllabus is to go to student memorandum module that I have here for you. Click on the student memorandum form, print it out or save it on your computer, fill it out. I want you to write down your name, your student ID, sign it. And when you are done doing all those things, you can take a picture of it or you can scan your form. And then you are coming to the course activities tab, click on assignment. And then there is a folder here that says student memorandum. So you can go there, upload your form, and you are done. What does it mean when you sign this form? By signing this form, you are telling me that you read the syllabus, you are aware of all the policies we have in our class, and you do not have any question, basically. Okay, if you do have any question, please feel free to email me. The best way to communicate with me is through email. This is an online class. I do teach face-to-face and online classes, so I'm not always in my office. Even if I'm on campus, I'm not all the time in my office. I teach, as I said, face-to-face. As a full-time faculty, I'm involved in different activities on our campus, different committees on our campus. So I am not all the time in my office. And I'm telling you this because I see some students that call me and they expect me to be in the office. I am not in my office 24/7, okay? Especially during like fall and spring semesters, most of us are not in our offices. We are all around campus. So email is the best way to get to me. All of us in Lone Star, we have two emails. We have D12 and we have Lone Star email. I have Lone Star on my cell phone. So that is like the fastest way that you can reach out to me. And this is the fastest way that I can respond to your email. So if there is anything urgent, I highly encourage you to contact my Lone Star. I am trying to figure out how I can forward my D12 email to my Lone Star email. Hopefully I can do that. But in the meanwhile, just to be safe and for the time that I'm recording this video, if you want to reach out to me and you want to get your answer quickly, Lone Star email is the best one. You can find my Lone Star email. Let me go back to content tab on the syllabus. So if you open the syllabus, my email address is right here. Okay. Oops, sorry, is right here. Okay. Oh, I don't know why it's highlighting everything. Allow me 24 to 48 hours to respond to your emails. Please write down your name, your course number, your section number when you contact me. I teach 6 different classes, so it would be easier if I have all the information in front of me. I do not have the time to go through my rosters. As you can see, 6 classes is a lot. So especially if there's something urgent, put all the information about you, then I can find you faster and your class faster. For those of you who took microeconomics in the past, you will see that the first 4 chapters that we cover in our class are exactly the same as your micro class, because those chapters are foundation of economics and we kind of need them for both micro and macro. So we will start our class by going over to topics like demand, supply, cost, benefit, opportunity, cost, public goods, externalities, things like that. And then when we start our chapters 6 and 7, we are focused on macroeconomic topics only. So what is the difference between macro, especially if you didn't take microeconomics in the past? So in our class, we are focused on nation's economy, a country's economy. We look at the economic as a whole. So we will go over topics like GDP, unemployment rate, inflation rate, government, money and banking. We will talk about the structure of the Federal Reserve as the central bank in the United States. We're going to talk about fiscal policy, monetary policy. So anything that is related to a country's economy is a macro topic. And in microeconomics, we're more focused on businesses, firms, individuals, and how they behave. So we talk about profit maximization for businesses. If you want to have your own business in the future, actually, microeconomics is a great course for you to take. We talk about different markets we have in microeconomics, and we'll see how businesses behave in each market. So we basically look into the economy in more detail in microeconomics compared to macro. So again, read the book, read the syllabus. Let me know if you have any question, but I am going to show you a few things that there are also on the syllabus, like textbook. So the best way that you can get the textbook is through the content tab again. So pretty much everything is under the content tab in our class in terms of the course materials, videos, and whatnot. Let me first show you the book, and then I will show you how you can also get the content, the materials for the course. I mentioned textbook, so let me just go over the textbook. So if you go to the content tab and scroll down, go to McGraw-Hill folder. McGraw-Hill is the name of our publisher. And we do use the publisher software, which is called Connect Plus in our class. So I always get this question that should I get the textbook? Should I buy the textbook? The answer is yes, because we need the software that comes with the book, which is called Connect. And I know that many of my colleagues in accounting and business department in our campus, they use Connect Plus, but it's very, very similar to Pearson publisher software, which is called Lab. So if you took, I don't know, chemistry, you probably use Chemistry Lab. We have Math Lab. So all different types. So they are very, very similar. They're very user friendly. The best way that you can get it to make sure that you are getting the right book. However, I put the ISBN for the textbook on the syllabus is through McGraw-Hill here, the module that I created here. So if you click on homework, it will take you basically to Connect Plus, where it will ask you to set up your account, pick a username and password. For username, definitely use your Lone Star email. And the reason for that is it will go and connect basically and sync your Connect Plus with D2L. So you can just go through your Connect through D2L, and also your grades will pop up in the grade book on D2L. So make sure you use your Lone Star email and then choose the password. Mine will be different than yours. Even if I open it, I can just click on launch because I already have my account, but I did put some links for you on the syllabus where you can learn a little bit more about Connect and how you can sign up for the book and Connect. There are 2 different packages that basically you can buy for Connect. The first one is when you, which is a little bit cheaper, is when you get the electronic textbook and Connect that I'm talking about, and everything that comes basically with this Connect. Like learn smart assignments that if you scroll down, you can find them here, like this one here, measuring domestic output and national income for chapter 7. These are readings from each chapter. They are not graded, but they are very, very helpful in your understanding because there are short assignments, reading assignments that will take you to the textbook. They are very interactive. It will ask you questions, then it will help you to figure out the answer. If you get it, you will move on to the next section. If you don't, it will take you back to the textbook. Again, they are not graded. I also left a note here. They are not graded, but they are optional. In terms of grading, I do care about these assignments with specific deadlines. They are called homework. But if you look at the SmartBook assignments, they're all due sometime in October. So they're not graded. Okay, they're not the graded ones, but optional, highly, highly recommended. I was talking about the packages. The second package that you can get is a slightly more expensive. You will get, again, the ebook, you will get Connect, everything that comes with Connect, and you get the hard copy of the book. So if you are like me and you want to have a hard copy of the book, that is the package for you where you can purchase it. But if you're comfortable with the electronic textbook, you really don't have to buy the hard copy of the book. So it's just up to you, okay? Homework 1 is from chapter 1 and 2. So that's why the deadline is a little bit longer than usual. You always have 1 week to complete your assignments. All the homework are open on a Monday. They are due the following Monday. So you have exactly 1 week to complete them. You have 2 attempts for each homework. You can save them, come back to them, but just make sure when you are done, you submit it. Otherwise, you will get a 0 for that. Again, homework 1 is due on September 9th, as you can see here. So you have 2 weeks because it's from chapter 1 and 2. In first week, we are going to cover chapter 1. I'm also giving you kind of more time to buy the book, especially if you are waiting for financial aid or whatnot. Remember, you have 14 days free access to Connect. So even if you don't have money for book, take the advantage of 14 days free trial. Do not miss any assignments, okay? When assignments are past due, I'm not going to open them because you have 1 week to do them. I will drop the lowest homework grade at the end of the semester, and they go on a study mode. So when I put them on a study mode, and by a study mode, I mean the students can go back, review the homework. They can even do it again for no grade. They can look at the answers. So they are basically open after the deadline for you to review and study. So I am not able actually to put them on that like grading mode again when they go on a study mode. So I think 1 week is enough for us to finish our homework. So try not to miss anything. It's really, really easy to get A's for assignments because you can look at the book, you can watch videos, look at the lecture notes. So you have all those options. So it's really, really easy to get good grade for your homework. Just don't miss them, okay? Now let me show you where you can find the course materials. So as you can see, I created different modules here for every week, except for week 5. We have 2 modules because for week 5, we are covering 2 important chapters and they're pretty long. So I wanted actually to have 2 modules for week 1. I didn't want them to get kind of mixed up. We have chapter 9 and chapter 12 for that week. But let's look at week 1. So when you click on week 1, you can see the lecture notes that I created, but I highly encourage you to read the book because you can always learn more when you read the book. Remember, my lecture notes are summary version of the textbook. So please spend some time read the textbook because you can learn more. I also put some videos for you here. Actually, so some of these videos are recorded by me, and some of them are the ones that I found on YouTube that I think that they're helpful. I also share some longer videos for you where I talk over these lecture notes. So if you are a person that you like longer videos, those videos are for you. So I go over each slide and talk. But if you prefer shorter videos about a specific topic, you can just click on these videos here and you can learn more about, let's say, production possibilities care PPC. I have similar videos for other chapters. So some of them are videos, some of them are notes that I put for you. So these are all helpful kind of materials for you. But I'm always also available, and kind of if you have any question about a specific topic, reach out to me. I know this is an online class, but we can always set up a WebEx meeting so you can ask me your questions, okay? Um, Let me show you another assignment that we have that is called discussions. You do not have discussions every week. So if you go to collaboration tab and go to discussions, you can find a discussion board. We do have connect homework every week. You have sometimes more than one assignment to do because we cover sometimes more than one chapter. But discussions, overall, we have 3 discussions for our 8-week class. So you do not have discussions every week. Discussion 1 will be open on September 2nd, the second week of our class. And just like Connect assignments, you have 1 week to complete them. And I'm going to explain how it works. I left all the discussions open actually from September 2nd. So you can go ahead and work on your discussions, but make sure that you go back and check your discussions again, because 50 points for your discussion out of 100 is coming from the response that you post on discussion. Your answer to the question that I raise on discussion board should not be less than 200 word. If you are using sources, you have to cite your sources at the end of your discussion. Another 50 point is coming from your comment or feedback for your friends. So you have to leave at least one feedback for your friends in class. So even if you want to go ahead and work on discussion 3 this week for the first week of our class, make sure that you go back before the deadline, before the discussion board closes, and respond or provide a feedback for at least one friend in your class to get 100 point for your discussion, okay? So I left the discussions open for you, but they each have a specific deadline, so do not miss the deadline. And again, even if you want to go ahead and work on them, that's great. But if you want to get the full credit, make sure that you go back before the deadline and leave a feedback for your friend. Your feedback for your friend should not be less than 100 words. You are going to lose point if it's less than 100 words. And please just don't say, oh, I like your answer. Oh, I agree with you. Elaborate on your answer, why you agree or disagree with your friend's answer, okay? Why you like their post, okay? So be specific. So this is a great opportunity for us to kind of connect in this online kind of format. We do not see each other, but this is a place where you can interact with your friends, okay? So take the advantage of that. So we have 3 discussions in total. Again, they have a specific deadline, so please do not miss them. One last thing that I should explain, and I'm going to go back to the content tab, to the syllabus, or let me actually go to, let me go to the term projects instead of syllabus. But I highly encourage you to also read the project on the syllabus, because I again explained how it works, but I'm going to also explain it here for you. And I actually created a specific module for it because I put a sample, and also I explained the kind of the detail of the project. So we have one term project for our class, for our 8-week class, which is due on, I believe, October 8th, but I'm going to double check while I talk. This is the sample project. I'm going to open it later, but this is where you can find all the information about your project. So for term project, this is a macroeconomic class with IS designation, international study designation. So I thought it would be fun, instead of writing a paper, which I typically assign to my online classes, especially for like macro, to pick a specific country, because we are going to learn about GDP, unemployment rate, inflation rate, all these fun kind of economic variables. I say fun, they're fun to me, so hopefully you also find them fun. But they're really helpful, right, to understand how a country is doing, even if you are not an econ student, even if you're not taking an economic class. I think it's just good to know what's going on, right? When we here that the Bureau of Labor Statistics announces that the unemployment rate is 3.5. What does it mean? Is it a good number, 3.5, or is it too high, too low? Or when the Federal Reserve announces that inflation rate is, I don't know, 9.8, is it high? Is it low? Right now is like 3 point something. Is it a good number or not? So it's good actually to understand all those numbers that we hear, right? So for the project, I am going to assign a specific country to each of you. So look forward to my email. I am going to email your assigned country in the first week of our class. So look for my email. So each student has a country to kind of do the research on. At the same time, you are going to compare some of the important macroeconomic variables of your country with United States. So everybody will do research on United States. Okay, I'm asking you to find, for instance, the GDP per capita for United States and your assigned country. You are going to compare basically United States macroeconomic variables with your assigned countries macroeconomic variables, okay? And I'm going to show you how you can find those numbers. This is the website, CIA Factbook, where I want you to go and use. This is the only website that you are allowed to use. I know we can use World Bank, there are other websites, but this is the one that everybody is going to use. So easy peasy. And why I cannot show, oh, okay. And, oh, actually the deadline was October 7th, not 8th. I made a mistake. And these are the variables that I put in this table where you guys are going to find. And you're not going to write a paper, you are going to make a PowerPoint, okay? And again, I put a sample for you. I'll show you how it works. So in your PowerPoint, you are going to, again, in each slide, or maybe in one slide, you can do United States. In the next slide, you can do your country, your assigned country, or you can do United States, and next to it in one slide, you can do your assigned country. So the first thing I want you to figure out is the demographics of United States and your assigned country. So have a map of that country, have a flag of the assigned country that you have, look for the capital, what are the surrounding countries or neighbors of your assigned countries, what is the capital, what is the population of the capital, what language your country, your assigned country actually have, and what is the official language. Name some of the states or provinces of the assigned countries, and also United States. You can do the same thing for United States. Next variable will be population. Again, you are comparing United States with your assigned country. So what is the population of your assigned countries and United States? What is the population growth rate, median age? And you are going to explain what I ask you here, right? So you answer like, what is the, based on the median age, discuss which country is younger, which country is older, look at the birth rate, death rate. You can do all those things to respond, to provide a better response actually for the population part of your project. Remember, when you go to CIA Factbook, some years might have missing numbers, missing data, which is absolutely okay. That's why in here at top, I highlighted that please state which year you are getting your variables. Because, for instance, for some of the low-income countries, maybe some years are missing when you are looking for your data. If that is the case, just find the latest year that the data is available to you. So if, for instance, you are looking at United States because you are comparing US with your assigned country, you can find, let's say, GDP for United States for 2023, but for your assigned country, country X, 2023 is not reported. It is not your fault. That's fine. But maybe if you look at 2022 or 2021, you can get the number that you are looking for, the data that you are looking for. So make sure that when you are reporting the GDP for your assigned country, say, okay, for my assigned country, the GDP per capita is for 2021, and for United States is for 2023. So make sure you are telling me which year you are looking at, okay? Again, it's just the reason that I'm asking you to report the year is because for some countries, you will see that the data is missing for, especially for lower income countries, okay? And again, that's absolutely okay, but just make sure that you are writing your year. So these are the other variables that I'm asking you to find: GDP, unemployment rate, health for United States, birth rate, death rate. You're also doing them in your population. So if you're doing it for population, you don't have to do it again. Life expectancy. And do you find any major historic events, or a famous event or famous person from the country that you are doing your research on? If that is the case, write it down, okay? Singer, historian, I don't know, celebrity, just write it down. It's just fun. So make your projects interesting and fun, okay? And just have fun with it. So that's all you're going to do. It doesn't really take that much time. Just make it interesting. Let me also show you kind of a sample that I did. I didn't pick a specific country. I'm calling my country uh, beta. So it's just an imaginary country. But this is like how your project kind of should look like. But again, be creative. Yours will be definitely different than mine. Just use it as a guideline, as I mentioned here. So in the first slide, you have to have your name, your course number. Course number is Econ 2301. Your section number, my name. I forgot to write my name, and also your assigned country. I need to know your assigned country. I know I'm gonna email it to you, but have it also here. Use the CIA fact book, and I am doing US versus country beta. This is my demographic, okay? So for demographic, these are the variables we are looking at. So I did the map of United States with the flag. The surrounding countries are Canada, Mexico. We have borders with them. The language is English. I should do the same thing for my country beta. Okay, I put some imaginary information here for you. And then in the next slide, I do population. So for population for United States in 2021 was this much. For country beta, imaginary number for 2020. I'm just showing you that my numbers are not matching. Maybe I didn't have the data for 2021 for country beta, which is absolutely okay. I did population growth rate, median age for male versus female for both countries, because I want to also mention that which country is younger. So make sure you go back to the table that I showed you in the guideline, because in the next slide, you are going to answer those questions that I raised in the table. I didn't put them here because my numbers are imaginary, but answer to the questions that I raised for each variable in that table, okay? This is, again, I'm just showing you how you can arrange your slides, how you can make your PowerPoint, but you are going to answer those questions that I raised. Just don't turn in the numbers. You are going to answer the question I raised in the table that I showed you in the guideline. GDP, same thing here. GDP components, you can take a look at it, and then famous people, famous events that you can do. When you are done with your projects, you can go to course activities. You are not emailing me anything. You go to assignments. This is the spot that you can also find your student memorandum form. You go to term project, you upload your project, and you are done. I will not accept any late submission, so make sure you are submitting everything by October 7th at 11:30 p.m. Okay, let me know if you have any question about the projects. I will send your assigned countries very soon. I think I covered pretty much everything. So expect at least one email from me every week, or one announcement. I like announcements on D12 because, like here, I'm just going to go over some important things. They're always there. I know we all get tons of emails, so emails are sometimes lost. So I try to do both, actually, email and announcement. And I try to kind of remind you about upcoming assignments, homework, project, discussion in my announcements and my weekly emails. But remember that there is also a calendar down here on D12. So if you really want to see what's going on in our class, you can just check the calendar here. For Connect, you can always log into Connect, and you can also check the upcoming assignment there. But we also have this feature in our D12. One last thing about exams. Remember, on Connect, you have your graded assignments, your optional assignment, which is called the Smart Book. And also we have exams. This is an online class, so you are going to take your midterm exam and final exam online. You do not have to come to our campus, but if you have internet problem at home, if you have difficulties with your laptop, please come to our campus and take your test in the library or one of the open labs. And also we have laptops for you at our OTS office. So if you need a laptop with a webcam, because you need a webcam for our exams will be proctored. So you need a webcam. So if you do not have a webcam or you do not have a laptop with the webcam, please come to OTS and check out a laptop. Or you can always come to, again, on campus and take your final and midterm exam there. You have few days to take both midterm and final. So if you miss the deadline, unless you have a good excuse for missing it, you will get a 0. For final, I have a tight deadline, so no makeup will be arranged if you miss the final. For midterm exam, if you miss the midterm exam and you have college approved excuses, makeup will be arranged. Makeup will be in person. You are going to contact me first. If you get my approval, then you are going to make an appointment with one of the testing center in any campus that is close to you. Send me the date and the time that you are going to go to the testing center. I will send your test. It will be written to the testing center. Then you go in person and take it there at the testing center. You should have also your student ID with you or your driver's license with you at the time that you go to take your makeup test, okay? Again, for the final, I cannot arrange any makeup because we have a tight deadline to submit the grades. So I really do not have time to arrange a makeup for you. If there is anything urgent during the time that you are taking the midterm and the final, contact my LSC email, contact Connect. If it's technical issue, I'm not the right person to contact. You have to contact Connect directly. So I highly encourage you to take your test before the deadline. Don't take it the evening because the deadlines are typically at 11:30 p.m. Probably nobody is around at 10 p.m. I understand that probably 10 p.m. is the only time you have to take the test, but if it's possible, take it during the time that Connect personnel are also available to help you. What else? So I mentioned that the tests are proctored. So they are proctored, meaning that they'll be recorded and there will be a lockdown browser when you open the test. There are times to pay attention to time. You are allowed to use a formula sheet because in both econ, micro and macro, we use a little bit of math. We have graphs, we have formulas, so you can have the formulas. I don't mind. You can have also 1 to 2 pages of notes when you are taking the test, but make sure you show the formula sheet and your notes to the camera before you start the test. Remember that nobody's watching you while you are taking the test. The test will be recorded. So yes, I can watch them when you are done. But at the time that you're taking the test, nobody's watching you. I will get a red flag when you are talking, when there are lots of movements, when there is a cover in front of your camera, when there are lots of noises in the room. Otherwise, I'm not going to get any red flag. So just chill out, be yourself, relax, take the test. Have a calculator ready, especially for midterm and final. You need a calculator. There will be a lockdown browser, so you cannot use your calculator on the computer. So what else? Make sure you have your calculator ready. You have a few days, as I said, to take midterm and final. What else? I think I covered pretty much everything. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Let me know if you have any question. Again, welcome to this class. Sorry for long video, but I wanted to go over everything. So hopefully you watched it till the end. But let me know if you have any question. Welcome, and I'm looking forward to work with every single one of you. Take care and have a great fall semester.